Are you going to interview me?
You know, you do really well just telling your
story.
story. So how long's it been?
I had Jill look it up. So we did the dual SGB procedure in August, late August. So it's been almost 6 months. It's been a little over 5 months.
Okay.
And one of the things I'm shocked about is you were right when you told me that it would progressively continue to improve. Like I felt it immediately after we did it, but my sensory issues that I had before the procedure really started evaporating probably a month after we did it. They got better, but they really started going away a month and 2 months later. And I remember specifically the day, because I had gotten, because of the PTSD that I had from being stalked, I was hypervigilant, so I had gotten very light sensitive, sound sensitive, tactile sensitive, temperature sensitive, and so I couldn't handle sensations, and we still have a hard time with like tight clothes around my neck. Can't do it. But it had gotten to the point where I couldn't walk barefoot anywhere. And about 2 months after the procedure, my cat was meowing at me to get fed, and I jump up out of bed to go to the fridge to grab something for him, and I realized I just walked through my whole house completely barefoot for the first time in 4 years. And I didn't get the heebie-jeebies about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? And then I started noticing, like when I went out walking, you know, I walk every day by the park, and I have to wear sunglasses constantly outside anymore. And I live by the Brave Stadium, and fireworks go off all the time. And we have planes flying over from Dobbins Air Force Base, and that used to freak me out too, the noise of it, and that's not making me anxious anymore. My friends look at me and I'm calmer when I talk. Like I talk slower than I used to. I used to like that all the time. And I'm actually having an easier time concentrating too. I mean, I still, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that, but I still have ADHD, like pretty bad. And it had gotten really bad when the trauma was in process. Like while I was living through it, I couldn't concentrate on anything. And I'm getting calmer to where I can concentrate, but it is hard for me to like stay focused on things. And then sometimes, I had really bad night terrors and night sweats every night for 4 years, every night. And all I can figure is I was reliving what I had gone through while I was asleep, because I would wake up just soaking wet, like I'd have to change my shirt. It'd be that bad. And I don't have them anymore. They went away completely. And so I didn't know. I thought, was it menopause doing that? And then I realized, no, it's not. It was trauma the whole time, you know, and because I haven't taken anything else. And then the biggest thing that I just cannot believe, and I do not think it was the SGB procedure alone. I exercise a lot, and I do mindfulness, mind-body practice as well, like yoga, and I do meditation at night. But all of that combined with also being on the lowest possible dose of an antidepressant plus the SGB, I stopped for the first time in 30 years having a hair pulling disorder called trichotillomania. And I had always been told since it started when I was 15 that there was nothing going to change it. There was nothing going to stop it. There's no cure for it. There's no medication that works for everybody. And what I learned was by resetting my nervous system and then working on my gut health and then changing my environment to a much less stressful one, my body was able to reset itself. And a pill is not going to, tranquilizer or sedative isn't going to do that. It's not going to heal your body from the physical effects of trauma. And so I truly believe that that's what did it for me. This was the last part to reset my nervous system to where I could calm down enough to where that stress wasn't building up to the point of overwhelm within me. which was causing that sensation of like feeling like I had splinters in my head all the time. So I don't even have that sensation anymore for the first time in 30 years. Is that crazy or what? So I used all that experience and built a program to help other women who have this heal from it too. And we're going to teach them about this SGB procedure as well when they indicate through some of our assessments as they go through our health ed program that they've got a trauma past. Because there's, clinical scales you can give them for self-assessments to see what their childhood ACE scores are, or PTSD ratings. And if they test high on that, we're going to start educating them about trauma therapy and options there, including this. Because more people need to know about it. All of the clinical research is saying it's sort of a cascading effect, where the symptom of hair pulling is the canary in the coal mine. And the coal mine is really what you should be treating.
Yeah.
But what therapists and doctors are doing is they're throwing pills and therapy at the symptom rather than getting to the core of why that's happening in the first place. But almost all of it tracks back to early childhood development, being in environments where it's traumatic to a child because they don't feel a sense of control. And they're either overly controlled, way too strict of an environment where it's very unsupportive, right? So maybe it's very strict and unsupportive, like abusive, which was the world I grew up in.